CBS13 I-Team is on your side. You asked, and now we're answering.
Yeah, I-Team reporter Dan Lamparello looks into a question about public access to fishing ponds in Maine.
Ice fishing season has been slow this year in Maine, with thin ice on many ponds and others not freezing at all. But as we've seen more cold in recent weeks, it's had Mainers itching to get out and wondering where they can and can't fish. Roland asks the I-Team, "I'm curious about ice fishing access to lakes and ponds. If the state stocks a pond with fish, is it true that the public is then allowed to use it?" Well, to answer Roland's question, the I-Team reached out to Maine's Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. And the short answer is yes. Under the law, Mainers have a right to fish most bodies of water, especially those stocked by the state. It's thanks to the Great Ponds Law, which dates back to the 1600s, before Maine was even a state. It applies to any lake 10 acres or more and basically says that body of water belongs to the public and not to the adjoining landowners. That law applies to about 2,600 lakes and ponds in Maine. In every case, the law allows access to that body of water through undeveloped land. While the law allows you to access the pond through private land, the state says the unwritten rule is to always ask permission out of courtesy, if nothing else. Some smaller ponds that don't fall under that Great Ponds Law may be off limits. But again, it's always best to ask permission. If there's a spot that you're unsure about, we have a list of ice fishing spots that the state recommends on our website. For the I-Team, I'm Dan Lamparello.
And if you have something you want to ask the I-Team, send your question to tips@wgme.com or call 228-7713. We'll get the answer for you every Tuesday on Ask the I-Team.